I used to draw lots of monsters when I was younger because here's the thing. Monsters are really simple and easy to draw. If you want to come up with like some random creature which is just odd formed or creepy, there's usually a key set of elements which make it, disturbing and all that crap. Rating monsters, usually you want to, when it comes to all the stuff, you could turn literally any shape you want into a monster. You could just scribble some general shape, silhouette, and you could probably come up with a monster. So, I guess let's just, it's really hard to come up with like a good design though, not just simply one that's disturbing and ugly and all that stuff. But you can start with like maybe a head or the main core of the body. It doesn't really matter what the circle represents. Um, and for its limbs, usually I draw lots of humanoid type things, but I've also drawn like spiders and like. So we can also like have it like a horizontal view. We can have like a spider type of design there. So we can have it like the main part of the body there, face there, however you want to do it. We can, and I'm just doing this no fucking problem off script because I'm just like I may as well just like make a video because why not? And also, why don't I guess just show you how easy it is to make something fucked up? Because in all honesty, anything that is not normal is generally fucked up, creepy, and all the like. So, if you ever want to draw something horrific or whatever, just draw something that's really fucking weird. So, yeah, no, the some kind of long legs like that feels neat. Maybe some sort of like insectoid legs, I guess. Something like that. Something that's very, very off. It really doesn't take much to find anything creepy at all. Do we even need arms? I don't know. We don't necessarily need arms. In fact, the arms can be the legs if you want them to. In fact, our hands and stuff, we literally evolved from fucking monkeys, and monkeys can literally use their feet and their hands to grab stuff. We just happen to devolve our feet because we're more built for walking than we are hanging from trees and gripping tightly on trees. So yeah, we can now run pretty fucking fast compared to a monkey, but we can't grab shit with them. But yeah, no, basically arms and legs are basically the same thing. It's just their specialty. So we can like do something like that. Just like the general shape, because my general design process now, I usually just sketch like a base and then draw over it with details and the like. So, like this is supposed to be the circles here. They're supposed to be like insect-like bodies right here. So you can imagine like little legs growing in there, but I can't, but it's more like insects and their like segments where like you have like the abdomen and then the main body and then the head like an ant of some sorts. Except you add more and more segments like a centipede. Which a lot of people seem to find like that kind of stuff very, very creepy and all that stuff. Bugs, insects. The reason why is probably because they're usually associated with disease and the like in our past, and so some part of our genetics have sort of just caused us to have an innate fear of insects. So if you ever see an insect and just get creepy, it's basically your instincts telling you don't fucking keep it alive and just leave it there because you could probably fucking die from its diseases that it carries. Also, fuck mosquitoes. I don't think that's much of a like a fear or like that kind of stuff. They're just fucking annoying as shit, and they cause you to like have so much bumps on your skin that are just itchy as fuck. So I don't think that has anything to do with fear. So mosquitoes aren't scary. They're more of a nuisance. If you want scary, you want to like do something of the sort. Maybe we can like do some sort of like something of the sort like this. Maybe add a stinger of some sorts to the main body or something. And this is supposed to be like the main body and all that stuff, but and this is supposed to be like the head or whatnot. Do whatever you want with that, but we can always like remove parts and make them more weird, I guess, more off-putting, because again, generally if you want to go for something disgusting and disturbing, you just make it really off-putting, which isn't really hard to do because you have to do essentially like if you ever want to draw like a human or something, you have to do all the everything of the sort, like get all the muscles and all that crap. Draw their face right with the right proportions. Neck, body, you gotta keep the proportions right and all that stuff. In order to make this creepy, you just gotta change up the details, like some weird detail that is not supposed to, that doesn't really fit with anything. Like a really detailed eye, a really, really disgusting nose of some sorts. A mouth, you could make it insectoid or something, or you could just make it like big lips or something. Now it looks really hideous, right? But then, there's still like, it's still normal enough, so maybe you want to shift the eye up. This eye as well, why is the nose down here? Why isn't it like, why does the mouth have to be down here? You want to like maybe, the mouth, it will go here, and the other eye can like go be here or some shit. And for the nose, you can always just like put it down there, like create like a really fucked up me if you think about it. And hair, you don't even have to make it like properly a circle or whatnot. You can just like just go at it. I guess I should probably like finish this just to make a point, but something like that might work. Maybe give them 2 pairs of ears right there, and then here's 1 pair of ears. Maybe give it like an insect antenna or some shit. And then the normal body, why have a normal body? Just like, fuck it, really long ass, just asymmetric, fuck it up as much as possible. We can turn this head thing and insect thing into an actual freak of nature if we wanted to. In fact, why don't we go ahead and place that on here? That's the head, main body. Has like the insectoid theme to it. You could also probably give it wings or maybe something like that. You could probably put like wings or something and make it more disturbing. But also the mouth. Nah. We don't want like a regular lippy mouth. We want like something very, very He gave it a fucking Mickey mouth. But, you know, you can always do something like increase the jaw size, something reminiscent of like an anglerfish, and have like all this shit, and just like have like teeth or something, depending on how much detail you want to fucking add, and if you want to like texture the teeth and whatnot. This is just a sketch. I usually just do it on paper, so I never really have to like sketch out the details or do coloring or the textures, because like it's all just one color. You can get away with lots of illusions and stuff using just one color. For this, not particularly something like, since if I want to like do the liner and all that stuff, I don't really have like the shading and the overall shapes and all that stuff, and like I can't really get away with stuff that I could on paper by having like more shadows and just stuff that's hidden. I have to like, if I want it to look decently good, I have to have decent details. So this is like one monster design. We could keep going. Like we could like add like a bit of armor to it, like segments, similar to I wouldn't say a crab. I don't know. Like I remember drawing like a spider or something with these segments, like just having a segment like this overlap there, and then like a smaller one here that just sort of does all that. We could do that if we wanted to. You could also add like this thing where like now there's like a segment inside of this where like this is the neck part here, and you know it's able to like flex its head in a variety of ways by using this segment, while the rest of this is like probably like a crab body. Like let's add some spikes there. These are probably like, I don't know, if crabs evolved only 2 limbs of which are legs, and also have like a stinger thing, so like maybe a lobster like type of thing, you could probably give it like a lobster like feel by doing like these little segments or whatever, like a like a lobster tail, and you could have that happen. But yeah, no, it's easy to design monsters. You just have to turn what is natural into something which shouldn't be. And this is honestly, like, I don't know, the symmetric legs, you could probably do more with it, but it gives it balance, you know, like in support, so it kind of looks like it could exist as a creature of some sorts. So, you know, because like this is standing on 2 limbs right here, this little bitch here. You know, he's able to walk and transport and all that stuff. That looks cute, I'm not gonna lie, but I guess that's just my tastes. Don't think anyone else would find it amusing, but whatever. But what else? I could draw like a third one, but this is like a monster idea that I have like in my head, because like I was just imagining like some sort of monster with like a giant arm here, and the rest of the body is just like smaller in comparison. It's like a big reach. It's not necessarily like a really giant muscular arm, just like a really long arm, just unnaturally long. Of course, this guy looks way too cute. We could fucking like mutilate him and his face, specifically his face. Maybe his body can like have little spikes or something. We could make the limbs more disturbing by giving like more of an insect feel, because like insects are like one of the biggest fears on the planet, I guess. And also like if I had to like say another thing which is disturbing, it's probably age and like withering. So like if this is like human skin right here, all this stuff, you want to add like lots of wrinkles to it, as if this creature is old, like, or his skin or her skin, I don't know, I don't give a fucking shit, is artificial, as if it was stolen, as if it's wearing human skin rather than having it grown naturally. So, you know, there's like ways you could make something really, really creepy and make sure things look absolutely fucking disturbing as all hell. But anyway, that's just some sketches of some monsters. But they're, how would I put it? I typically use references to design monsters as well, because like usually there's some really creepy ass shit on this planet, because like there's like giant like jellyfish that exist in this world, like with like long arms and all that stuff. We could turn that into like, you know, segments and like have it be like a bit of a, how would I put it? Rather than having its limbs like this, it could be like snakes or something. And there's like claws and stuff, like ways to inject poison. Almost as if it's a entirely new creature of some sorts. And then we have, you know, the arms there, arms that. It's not necessarily, you know, like there's no exact science to drawing monsters. It's rather the exact opposite of science. Of like, if you want to draw something else to make it look cool, whatever, just make something look disgustingly off. And then you have a monster. But yeah, it really is that easy. If you guys found that useful, I'd suggest trying it yourselves, because honestly, you can just come up with anything you want. Generally, things have like a core to it and then limbs. That's it. That's really all you fucking need to create a monster. And, you can, like, and actually, why don't we fucking make that a point right there? Spider eyes there. And then we give it, like, a bit of spikes here. Or maybe a bit, like, fuzziness or something. Like, some spiders have, like, this fur-like texture to them, at least in my opinion. Like tarantulas, I guess, if I had to give, like, an example. And, you know, we have the spider eye, the main eye, how it's able to see. You could even remove the eyes or just have, like, one eye like this one. We could go downward, but, you know, why don't we, like... So we have, like, the wings here, I guess. Why don't we, like, add wings? Since I said, like, some monsters can have wings if you want. I don't usually draw wings because they're, like, a pain in the ass to shade in detail. But, you know, we can have, like, wings there. And we can add a few more to them. So, you know what? Let's just do, like, that. And, you know, you want to have it, like... There's also, like, birds who have, like, the ability to... They have, like, these little featherettes or something like that. So maybe we could add, like, we could use these as stingers or some sort of, like, jellyfish tendrils, which can electrocute and shock whatever it comes into contact with. Of course, so we could use a reference and in order to detail a bit more. Mouth. It doesn't really need a mouth in particular, but I mean, it does make it look more like something, I guess. These are the eyes. This is gonna be like... or whatever. Why don't we, like, give it, like, little tendril things coming from its mouth, so it's like its limbs... So its limbs are, like, it eats through these tendrils of sorts. It doesn't have to be like a normal mouth or have it to have like a animal, like a standard mammal mouth. And in fact, you could literally apply like a octopus beak on it if you wanted to. But yeah, no, that's how easy it is to create a monster. Literally, probably just a body and limbs. You could probably do something, but like I don't know, like you could just draw like all limbs or something. Like I don't know, like do something like that and like expand upon it. Like maybe a cursed ass starfish, but like that would be like the main part of the body, then just like a different shape though. Which not really different from what I'm trying to say though. Because, you know, it's gonna have like a starfish-like thing, and you know, its limbs and whatever. We could turn that into a monster. Why not? So we want like some sort of weird thing where I guess, you know, we can have like maybe insectoid limbs again. Something of the sort, and then we have like the same thing really. And third one, because this is like the main body, will probably have like a bit more meat there. There's also like that there. Third, fourth, them there. There's that overlap. We can always refine it in like the actual line art stage. Then there's that. You get a forward view of the legs now. Gotta add some meat to the legs, and you know, because that's how I want to do this stuff. Something like that. And you know, why don't we add like the octopus bird beak there? Give it like a little mouth, so that way you know it eats something. Maybe it might hunt humans. But yeah, no. That's it. Easy monsters just for you. Very, very, very simple. Again, very, very simple. Just fuck around, and if it looks ugly, if it looks wrong, basically you're doing it right. Because you literally can't go wrong, because literally any mistake you make, it's like, well, you can just make a, you know, like you just like draw a stick figure or whatever, and then you're just like, oh my god, this arm's too short. Well, fuck it. Let's just make this arm too long, and then like, I don't know, maybe fucking multiple legs there, and then maybe expand the arm or whatever, and yada yada yada. Basically, the more ugly, more fucked up it looks, the more monstery it looks. Because what disturbs people is not what looks natural, but what looks off, what looks wrong. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in my next video. If not, whatever, who cares? Hope you guys enjoyed it. I don't give a shit. I still do not know how to end videos properly,